I wish I could make reaction videos, but I was born in 1956. I've heard all these songs. What could I possibly react to?
I was worth it, found my purpose, rarely abyss to the surface, the reward of constantly working.
Hey whippersnappers, Brian here at A Boomer Reacts. Welcome back. If this is your first time here, thanks for checking me out. I listen to rap and hip hop songs using lyric videos, and then I let you know what I thought about them. So as you can see, I'm going to be reacting to Agent Orange by Cage. So I put up a poll because I had these, requests on my list that I keep passing over because, I've never heard of the people before. So I don't know if they're like personal favorites, like deep album cuts that no one else knows, or if they were like, hidden underground gems that you all know and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe you're playing that. Or if they're like one-hit wonders that, you guys would be like, oh, I love that song. I didn't know. That's why I put up the poll. And some of you are like, I only know one of these songs. I don't know any of these songs. But some of you are enthusiastic and mostly about the winner. It wasn't a landslide, but Agent Orange won. I don't know anything about Cage, so I'm going to read a little about him before I get to the reaction. Cage was born Christian Palko in 1973 in Germany, where his father was stationed as a member of the military police. Cage lived there until the age of 4, when his father was dishonorably discharged for selling and using heroin, and the family was sent back to the United States, where they settled in Middletown, New York. His father would often force Cage to pull homemade tourniquets around his arm as he injected heroin. At the age of 8, Cage's father was arrested during a standoff with state troopers after threatening his family with a shotgun. It was the last time Cage saw his father. By the time Cage was expelled from high school, his mother had remarried twice, and he was beaten by his stepfather Frank. Cage began using PCP, cocaine, LSD, cannabis, and alcohol. Cage was arrested several times for drug possession and fighting in the streets. Facing jail time for violating probation, his mother convinced the judge that he was mentally unstable, and he was sent to Stony Lodge Psychiatric Hospital for a 2-week evaluation. He stayed in the hospital for 16 months, where he was part of a small group used to test the new drug Prozac. After being misdiagnosed and placed on the drug, he became suicidal and made several attempts to kill himself, including hanging himself with his shoelaces and saving up his lithium dose for a month before ingesting them all at once. Oh, this poor guy. His depression deepened, and the suicide attempts led to solitary confinement, sometimes in a straitjacket for up to 18 hours at a time. It was there that Cage had nothing to do but write his thoughts on paper. When Cage was released from the hospital at 18, he pursued a career as a rapper, giving himself the stage name Alex after the main character in A Clockwork Orange, and then changing it again to Cage, Keige. That's how he was spelling it. He formed a group called Bloody Roughnecks with Colossus and Mars. They changed the group's name from Bloody Roughnecks to Mudbones in '93 and released an EP called Mudbone Madness in '94 with its single Crazy Men Ahead. On the popularity of that single, Mudbones signed with Columbia and were set to record an album with production to include Zev Love X, later known as MF Doom, and Grandfather Don. However, due to numerous issues with the label and within the group itself, including Cage's PCP habit, Columbia halted progress on the album and dropped Mudbones from the label. The group then dissolved entirely in '95. Both Mars and Cage would go on to solo careers, with Mars changing his name to Masai Bay and Cage changing his name to Cage, C-A-G-E. So Masai Bey, is that any relation to, who changed his name to Yasmin Bey? Why am I'm blanking on that because I'm old. Mostaf? Yeah. But let me know if they're related. Pete Nice had introduced Cage to radio personality Bobito Garcia, who featured Cage on his program several times, increasing his reputation among New York's underground hip-hop scene, where he became associated with KMD, Curious George, K Solo, Godfather Don, Necro, Artifacts, Pharoah Monch, and LP. Maybe it's Curious Jorge. Cage spent the last night with MF Doom's brother Sub Rock before he was killed in an accident, meaning Cage was the last person to see Sub Rock alive. Wow, that's a little trivia. Pete Nice and Garcia were now working on a sub-label for Columbia called Hoppa. It's Hoppoh, which is a palindrome, spells the same forward as backwards, and encouraged Cage to make the major label jump. Too strung out on drugs to record a worthwhile demo, Cage put his career on hold and descended deeper into drug abuse. When Garcia founded the label Fondulum Records, he offered Cage a record deal, and Cage released 3 12-inch singles which included the songs Mersh, Illest 4-letter word, Radiohead, and Agent Orange. Agent Orange would go on to be one of the landmark records of the golden era of New York City underground independent rap music and propelled Cage into cult star status. Following the release of Slim Shady EP in December 1997, Cage accused Eminem of imitating his style. Eminem later sarcastically addressed the accusation through various songs including Drastic Measures, Microphone Autopsy, Role Model, and Get You Mad, but the feud never amounted to much. Agent Orange was produced by Necro and was contained on Cage's debut album, Movies for the Blind, in 2002. Wow, that poor guy. These bios are getting more and more, like depressing. Okay. Agent Orange.
There was me, Alex, and 3 of my mans, all supposed to meet at the Corova Milk Bar. The Corova Milk Bar couldn't afford its liquor license, so it sold milk plus drink rum, or Synthemesque, would sharpen you up for a bit of the old ultra-violence.
This is all
which
a Clockwork
plagued
Orange
our minds
stuff.
for the evening. And so, kiddies, death for all. Right.
Against the machine like rage. Bitches say I hate you, Cage. After circle jerks, I wash my hands off and do dirt. Sick with a smirk, plus happy to stir. Fuck the first 2 bitches like dogs, and I jacked off on the third. I'm obvious oblivion, but that's my science. Fuck your head up like cornrows put in by blind giants. Haven't been with it since the last corpse kid. It wore a bloodstained smile and told the cop he did it. Of course, the most raw throughout the 914 10940. Got you be shook like Doc Moro. Pour beer out for yourself because you're walking dead. I'll burn your house down like a fucking talking head, and get high like fuck and pick apart my brain. Dissections made mentally cause infections. Break you with inventions, sick intentions. Leave most MCs lost in my sentence. I'm strictly be on it back, come and get me. Hemotoken left from a lit like a hickey. Leak smoke got me ready to murder a rookie. Killers on your block tucking they dicks like Tootsie. Come and witness what your shit miss. Watch the Glock kiss. Little sis wetter like a Baptist. Inconvenience, dilemma like sitting on Venus with no shuttle, treeless. Try and pick apart some major orange perception. Catch frontal lobe damage and not manage correction. I smell leak smoke left by the anonymous. Beats brought back to life die when I'm embalming this. Come around and get your ass shot to clusters. I'ma play the engines with the arrows, you be custards. Back, I ride up on ya. Divorce your head and neck then scalp it. Ripple for your flesh and make an outfit. that canister-shaped coffin till stolen from the garbage I was tossed in. Instincts, snatching cream like links, blow shotguns through the sky, making ETI shit. See me twist and leap with my peeps from psychiatrics. Get high, run up in your crib and fuck your mom's backwards. Lost in the dust, don't give a fuck about dangerous. I'm in it for the whip, plus the cream in the head. Rush, ready to bust any trick that talks slick. Know a crew of devils in my head that force me to walk with. Death in my pocket for the curious. At your execution, see 12 faces of Jesus in your jury. This orange agent, shit on a vagrant. Caught you in the alley by yourself, then left your head vacant. Dare you sample some of the stress in my life? Giving MC brain surgery with butterfly knife. For all you cunts that try to spit with your bitch click behind ya. Wake up in the morning with a horse head beside ya. My Dukes is just the cherry on top. Spending G's on cracks to try and fix my clock. I caught the quick lock, bugging in the institution. Whatever sanity was left, caught the execution. Psychological pollution. They sticking me with Dorothy's solution. Shooting at the sky looking for godly retribution. And I can almost see clear. I start bugging like an insect and lay larvae in your ear. Agent Orange stomping on MC Corp. Slim surf a body part. Call murder scenes abstract art. Split your sweet bread since I'm horror show with infrared. Boots get planted in chest, death for the misled. Lay him down for naps in the dirt, just like clockwork. Undress your ghost while your brain's taking a squirt.
People said his brain was infected by devils. People said his brain was infected by devils. People said his brain was infected by devils.
Yeah, I don't get it. You know, the lyrics are kind of like you know, stream of consciousness. He had some funny lines, you know, talking about the movie Tootsie, and he had some other, you know, inside jokes that had to do with movies, but I didn't find anything special about the beat or him. The chorus sounded like some kid, you know, just repeating the same thing over and over with the same beat as the verses. So the only thing that made the chorus stick out was, you know, it was a little kid talking. But yeah, I can't find any qualities in it that would, you know, have me put it in my car. You know, if I listen to it more, I might get more into his stream of conscious and understand more. But yeah, I'm not really motivated. Not really motivated to do that. Yeah, well, I'm sorry that he had such a bad life. I'm also sorry that I don't like his song. Well, can't win them all. Not a bad song, just not for me. Well, thanks for hanging with me, guys. If you like this kind of content, give me a like and a subscribe. I'll see you on the next video.